everyone! So today I have my very first unboxing and first impressions video for you all. And it's also my very first Louis Vuitton purchase. I have never purchased anything from Louis Vuitton for myself, but I have purchased things for Josh in the past, and I've always been really impressed with the quality of their items, and so I decided that I wanted to take the plunge and buy something from Louis Vuitton. I've also got my eye on another bag for travel, but that's another story. There's a few other things that I do want from them now, but the first purchase I wanted to be one of their small leather goods. And a little bit of backstory: while we were in New York, we spent a lot of time walking around the city, and I didn't want to carry my handbag with me, so I had been carrying around my wallet. Now this is just a Michael Kors zip around wallet. It's really great, it's really large, it holds a lot of stuff. It also holds an Australian sized passport, but as I discovered, I actually couldn't fit this into any of my coat pockets. So I was carrying it around and I found it quite cumbersome and quite annoying. And I've come to the realization that I am carrying around way too much unnecessary stuff. I have way too many cards in here. I find that I'm carrying around expired cards, which are completely useless to me. Because I had so much room in the wallet, I started to carry around receipts and things as well. I just started to stuff them in there. And I decided that I was going to take the plunge and buy a new, smaller wallet that I could kind of downsize into the way that I had been with my makeup collection, just kind of cutting out and eliminating all of the unnecessary things that I was carrying around. And I just decided that I wanted to do it while I was there. So I thought that I was completely decided. I went into the Louis Vuitton boutique. I was looking at the Helene wallet, which is like a really nice kind of small wallet, about that size. And I was pretty much decided, or at least I thought I was. And I quickly thought, oh, I better double check the conversion and just make sure that I'm not spending too much money. Now, the Australian dollar is super weak at the moment, and this was in New York, so the taxes are a little bit higher in New York than they are in other areas. And I had a look at the conversion, I had a look at the tax rate, and it looked like I would be spending about $200 more if I purchased it in the US than I would if I purchased it back home. So I decided that I was going to hold off and I was going to purchase it back home and just avoid spending the unnecessary amount of money in the conversion rate. So I watched a lot of videos and a lot of reviews before I decided to commit to something, and I ended up changing my mind. I just found that the Helene wallet was just going to be that little bit too thick and bulky for me, and I really wanted to minimize as much as possible what I carried around. So I decided that I would go for something a little bit smaller. So that leads us to where we are now. I got this in the mail today. I've just cut it open just to make things easier, but I got this in the mail today and I am very excited. So far I am actually really impressed with the Louis Vuitton online customer service. I went on there, I purchased it, and I just chose the standard shipping option, which is 3 to 5 days. I think I purchased it at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. By 5 o'clock I had received a shipping notification, and by today it had actually arrived, which is the next day. So I purchased this yesterday and it's arrived today, which is fantastic. I'm really impressed with that, because I thought that I would be waiting until next week. I love it when companies are really quite on the ball with their processing. There are some companies that take way too long to process items. And I feel like their processing is really on the ball, and the shipping company that they use is DHL, as you can see, and they are fantastic. It makes me so happy that they use DHL. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Australia Post. Australia Post recently has cut back their delivery days to 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week. And Australia Post never ring our buzzer. They always just card us. I'm a shift worker, I'm home for the most part, and it's so frustrating to go out to your letterbox and see that there's a card in there and you've been home all day. But DHL, they ring the buzzer every single time. Their couriers are fantastic, their customer service is fantastic. I will always shop with a company that ships with a courier company like DHL over somebody who will ship with Australia Post. I just find that Australia Post customer service at the moment is just abysmal. So this is the parcel here, and it comes in this box here. Now, when you see the size of what I've actually ordered, you'll find the size of this box quite ironic, but I've always been surprised by that because I've bought Josh small things as well, and their packaging is pretty stock standard. They do very similar size packaging for most of their small leather goods. So it's got the Louis Vuitton on the inside here, and it's really, really nicely wrapped. I'm really impressed by this. So it's got the bubble wrap. I can see ribbons. There we go. And it's got all the pieces in here. So we've got the gift wrapped box. So even if you aren't buying it for a gift, it does come quite nicely packaged. It does come like gift wrapped. And these ribbons are actually seasonal, so I think this might be their regular season ribbon. In the holiday season, I think they have different ribbons. Last year or the year before, it was a two-tone blue ribbon. That's all of the packaging came with that on it when I bought stuff for Josh. It also comes with the little receipt envelope, and it comes with the Louis Vuitton bag. So this is fantastic if you are purchasing something as a gift, because you can take it out of the box and just gift it in the bag, which is great. So that's that. So this is the tiny little box. So the packaging is, it is quite, we'll say luxurious for the size of the item, but I'm still really impressed by it. And I've encouraged Josh to keep these little boxes in the past, just in case he does move on to a new item and store his old ones. So I think he's got a couple of the boxes left over, and I'll keep this one as well. And it comes in a little pull-out box here, and it's got the little dust bag. And here it is. This is the Louis Vuitton key pouch. Or their clé, as it's called in French. I believe clé is French for key. So this is what I ended up getting. Now this, in comparison to my old wallet, is very, very minimal. So this is actually the Monogram canvas. So the Monogram is actually centered, so everything is symmetrical, and you'll find on the sides everything has symmetry as well, where the two pieces of canvas meet. I'm really, really impressed with the quality of this. And it's got the little LV on the zipper pull here. And it just seems like all of the stitching is really nice. So it looks really quite sleek, which is nice. And the zipper, it actually zips really nicely. And it seems quite like, it seems like quite a sturdy zipper, and it's really nice and straight, which I like. Now on the inside, it has these two little cards. That's the item number there, and this is the textile information. And it has the little key ring on the inside here, because it is intended for keys. I'm actually going to use this in a different way, which I'll show you in a second. So the chain actually looks like it's really nice quality. You can't see any of the soldering, which is really nice. And the way that it attaches on the inside, it uses this little kind of, you probably won't be able to see, but it uses this little kind of ring on the inside, which attaches to a piece of leather, which is sewn into the canvas. So where the sides of the two pieces of canvas meet, that little hook is sewn in with it, which is nice. It feels really nice and sturdy. And the ring, I'm actually really happy with this ring. It doesn't actually come unlatched just by pushing on it. You actually have to push the ring up and open it that way. So it is a little more difficult to get into, so your keys won't come off it really easily, which I really appreciate. When I was first deciding to purchase one of these, I was concerned that the ring would come apart and my keys would come off really easily, but that's not the case. It's actually really good, a a really well thought out keyring. Now on the inside here as well, it's also got the Louis Vuitton Paris stamped on the inside, and this one is actually made in France. So I'm really happy with this, and I'm actually really happy with this size. Now in terms of size of this, this is actually going to be smaller than one of the larger pieces that I carry. I carry an iPhone 6s, and as you can see from a size comparison, this is actually smaller than that. So this is going to be fantastic in terms of size to carry this around. So all you have to do is kind of have it gripped in your hand like this. It's really easy and really simple to carry around. Whereas when I was carrying my old wallet, it was quite bulky and and a little bit cumbersome. And the best part about this is I can actually pop that in my pocket too. Now in terms of what this holds, I'm going to start out and I'm going to take some things off my keys. I'm going to start out with my car fob. I've also got my car park swipe pass, the joys of apartment living, and my house key, and I'll take off my mailbox key. I'm going to leave my window and my like sliding door, my glass sliding door keys on the key ring, because I don't actually need them on a day-to-day basis. So I'm going to pop these onto the clip. There we go. And with my swipe pass, well, that makes it easy. It doesn't actually fit onto the end. It's quite bulky, to be honest. A normal key with like a regular hole in it would fit, but anything with like a slim hole or one of those kind of rectangular holes, the way that my swipe pass has, they won't fit on here. So you need to have like a little ring, which is like what I've got on my mailbox key there. So I've got that. I'm going to pop my swipe pass actually on the inside, and I'll go and test this out and see if it actually works through the canvas, so I'll let you guys know. And from my wallet, I'm going to take out my driver's license, my FPOS card, and my credit card, my Woolworths Everyday Rewards card, and my Costco card. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that I'm going to pop in there, plus my car park swipe. And they actually fit really nicely, and there's plenty of room to kind of shuffle through them and find the right card. I might actually pop some cash in there as well. Now, cash, I actually really like large wallets so that I can carry cash flat, but I generally don't carry a lot of cash around anyway. So I will fold it up. I'll see how it goes in half, and I'll pop that in there. Okay, when it's folded in half, it looks like it might catch in the zip, like it's just under the zipper line there. So I'm going to have to fold it into quarters, and I'll pop that in there. And that actually fits really nicely. And I might pop a couple of coins in there as well. And that actually works out really nicely. That isn't straining the zipper at all. It's still nice and flat. There's no bulging or anything in there. So that's got 7 cards, some cash and some coins in there. I'll test it out and see if one of my travel size lip balms fits in there, which I honestly think it's probably going to bulge the zipper too much. Okay. So that's just the travel size of the Fresh Sugar Lip Balm, and it does fit. However, you can likely see it's making it bulge a little bit on the outside there, so I wouldn't carry anything like that around in that. I just feel that that's going to put a little bit of stress on the zipper, and I feel like when you have something that bulges on the sides, it actually causes it to wear really badly on the sides. Now I'm going to test it out. I'm going to see if I can fit any more cards in there and see how that goes. So I've got my Beauty Loop card, my frequent flyer card, my Maya One card, my Sephora VIB card, and my Mac Pro card, and I'll see if these fit. So that's an additional 5 cards, so that takes us up to 12, including my car park swipe. Now, they do fit, and there's no bulging on the zipper, which is great, but on the inside, you lose the ability to shuffle through your cards as well as you could when there was less in there. So it does hold 12 cards, cash, some coins in there as well, but I would like to be able to have better access to my cards. So I'm going to take these ones out and only carry the ones that I really need, because I don't need to carry these store cards. If I feel like I am going to go to one of those stores that day, I would just pick it out. The only store card that I really need to carry is my Costco card, and I've got that in there, so that's fine. Now, I've just gone out and actually tested on our front door whether or not the RFID card reads through the canvas, and it does. I don't actually have to take my car park swipe out of the clay in order to get into our building. So I'm really, really happy with that. I feel like that that reduces the amount of bulk that I'm carrying around on the key ring, and it's also really convenient for me to just carry around this and not have to worry about shuffling through to get my car park swipe out. So I'm really happy with that. Now, in terms of keeping, I'm going to keep the keys on the outside because I want to use this mainly as a mini wallet. I am actually content in the fact that I don't think that that's going to put too much stress or strain on this chain. The way that it's connected on the inside, I feel, is really good quality, so I don't think that that's going to be too much of an issue. Now, I'm very, very, very happy with this. This has minimized the amount of bulk that I'm going to be carrying around so much. That's literally just a handful of stuff. So these are the only things that I will need to carry now when I leave the house. I just pick up the key pouch, the Louis Vuitton key pouch, and my phone. So I'm really, really happy with how this has minimized things down. I was tossing up between this and the Empreinte key pouch as well, which has an additional zippered pocket on the back, and it's actually like a push button closure. Now, I was going to actually get that one. It's a little bit more expensive because it's made of leather, but it's also a little bit bigger. This one is, I believe, 12 by 7 centimeters, so 12 on the bottom, 7 up. But the other one was about 13 by 10, so it was actually larger than the iPhone. So I'm really happy with the decision I've made to go with this one, because I feel like it's not the largest thing that I'm carrying anymore. I've actually managed to minimize everything down to be quite a nice compact size, so I'm really, really happy with that. Like I said before, I don't generally carry a lot of cash around, but if you do carry a lot of cash, a larger wallet like the Helene wallet, that's the smallest of their female wallets, that might suit you better, because although it's a fold over, it's got an area in the back where you can place notes flat. So if you don't like folding your notes up like I don't, you can go for something like that. But in this, you do have to fold your notes into quarters in order to get them to fit properly. But overall, if that's the worst thing about it, I'm really, really happy with this. And I will keep you guys updated on how this goes in my favorites videos, because I'm sure this is going to become a fast favorite, because I'm really, really happy with how this has compacted everything down. Like, the difference is huge. I used to have to carry my keys and my wallet and my phone, and it was a huge big handful of stuff to carry, but this is just so much easier to carry around. It's just a lot more secure, I feel. I don't think that I'm going to drop anything the way that I used to. And bonus is, I can put this in my pocket where I couldn't with the old wallet. So I'm really, really happy with that. So overall, if you're new to Louis Vuitton or new to designer items in general, this one was actually $235, which I think is fairly reasonable for a good quality small leather good. It is quite small, keep that in mind, but if you're looking to just start out with Louis Vuitton, or you're looking to start out buying designer items, something like this is actually a really good place to start, because I feel like I'm going to be able to use this for cards or little bits and pieces forever. I have seen so many reviews on YouTube of this where people have had these for 10, 12 years and they're still going strong. There's still no damage. They still look brand new. That's the best thing about the canvas as well. This dark color of the Monogram canvas, it doesn't mark the way that a lighter color would or a leather would. It's really nice and sturdy and durable. And I feel like this is an item that you're going to be able to continue to use for multiple different purposes. So at the moment I'm using it for cards and cash, but you can also just revert it back to what it was originally intended for and pop your keys inside here as well. I feel like this is a really nice versatile piece. So yeah, a really good starter piece for those looking to get into Louis Vuitton or designer items as well. So overall, I'm really happy with the decision that I've made. I'm really happy that I've been able to downsize into something that's so small and so compact and easy to carry around, because it's going to fit in my pocket now, which I'm really happy about. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know if you like this style of video and I'll continue to do them for you. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it and I'll talk to you all later. Bye!